Mr. Sharan Bansal, as promised, the director at Skipper is with us. Sharan, I wanted to begin by discussing the order inflow with you because in Q3 that was a very small number at around 400 odd crores versus 1500 crores that we had seen in the earlier quarter. What led to that disappointment on the order inflow front, and how's the Q4 panning out for you?
Hi, thank you. Well, we don't find the quarter three inflow of 400 crore disappointing at all because honestly, the way we look at our business is that for us, the overall annual order inflow is important. So far in the 9 months, we've had an order inflow of about 3,100 crores, and we are very confident that we should close this year also with a 4,000 crore inflow roughly, which was similar to last year. Effectively, if you look at the company just about 2 years ago, annually we would get orders of about 1,500 to 2,000 crores, which has now jumped up to a level of 3,500 to 4,000 crores. So that is, indication of the buoyancy of the power transmission and telecom business in India. And that is a momentum which we are fairly confident of going ahead as well. So honestly, really, the only limitation right now is capacity for us in order to target even bigger orders because the orders are there available for the taking.
So in terms of capacity utilization, what does it stand at and what's the capex plan going forward? And also for the inflows, if you can break it down for me, is it largely domestic itself as you pointed out, or even the international order book is picking up?
International continues to remain strong, and that's a strong focus area for Skipper as well. The domestic market has, of course, pleasantly surprised us all in the last 12 months or so, where large amount of transmission projects have been bidded and awarded as well. So currently, what we see is that there is a greater skew towards domestic in our order flow, in our order book. Roughly, we are carrying about 80% domestic and 20% international. Having said that, we are making our presence felt in a number of international markets, like key markets like Australia, Middle East, North America, etc., where there is a good growth potential in the future as well. Not just for our supply business, but for our engineering business as well.
Okay, in your presentation, you did mention that you're anticipating to grow your revenues at around 25% CAGR over the next 3 years. What would be the key triggers for this? Which will be the key segments that would be leading the growth? And where do you see your margins with this 25% CAGR revenue growth? Where do you see your margins also?
So I think we have already achieved the 25% CAGR for this year in the 9 months itself. And we yet have another quarter to go. So certainly this year we should do much better than 25% also. Why we are sure about the growth going forward is some of the reasons I mentioned earlier, is that both global markets as well as domestic are doing very, very well in terms of power transmission investments, primarily led by the requirement of integrating renewables into the grid. And in terms of margins, we believe that we have improved upon the margins compared to last year. So there has been about a 50, 60, 0.5, 0.6 percentage improvement in EBITDA margins. And we can certainly hope for better and better margins as the market buoyancy continues.
Hoping for better margins, but I also wanted a sense from you on the polymer business going forward. What kind of growth rate do you envisage? Because you made a lot of investment on increasing its brand presence as well. Is it paying out now?
For sure, polymer business also this year we have grown very sharply in volumes, and you can see overall value growth as well. But keep in mind that the resin prices are down by about 25-30% compared to last year. So despite all that, we see growth on the top line. We are confident that of further growth in the coming years as well. Our brand is getting more and more acceptance. We have launched our national ad campaign last year, which is doing very well for us. And we see we are increasing our market share in this business continuously.
Thank you, Sharan. That would be all. Thank you for giving us more clarity on the growth path going forward.